Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Guess what? I can't believe this, but we are in court against Phoenix right now. I know we've been to court before several times in different scenarios, and I said, I can't believe we're doing this, but I really can't believe we're doing this. And Phoenix is representing politician, which I'm not excited about. And speaking of not excited, we get to talk to him right now, I feel. I mean, he just kind of snuck in here. Emma made some testimony. We kind of worked through it, but it really, I don't know. I think she's just here as like someone to say something from the police, because that's usually how she shows up. But I need to get his testimony because I want to see like what's happening with this. I think the judge is buying it, Apollo. No surprise there. He's always going on about his own grandchild after all. Yeah, he's pandering to the grandparent thing. Excuse me. Can I leave now, Mr. Wright? Girl, you good? Listen. Yes, you've done your best. I believe my work here is done. Alright, so if she leaves, then what else do we do? By all means, Detective Sky, thank you for your assistance. You're welcome. It's nice to testify at a civil trial once in a while. See you around. I guarantee that this is going to go a little bit different because of the civil aspect of it, which we really haven't done before. It seems that the facts have changed somewhat. Mr. Addition Wimperson apparently lent his family heirloom to Dr. Buff. Mr. Justice, how would the defense like to proceed? I don't know. Shouldn't we ask Paul some things? I feel like that's the next course of action. Oh, all right, now what? Think, Apollo, let's do something. Apollo, let's hear what they know about the so-called crystal of Ami Faye. Maybe we can find some inconsistencies in the statement. Right. Okay then, Mr. Wright, if the item in question is really an addition, when I see it without the Paul, it's weird, and I don't know how to pronounce it. I do it different every single time. I'm so sorry. Also, no music. We don't need no damn music. Then let's hear all your client knows about it. All right, let's do it. You got this, Phoenix? Of course. Mr. Addition Wimperson? Haha, everyone's using his second last name now. I love that for him. Please tell the defense everything you know about the crystal's origin. This ought to be good. Yeah, if it's really yours, then you should know everything about it, right? Especially if it's been in your family that long. All right, now listen and learn. This is the tale of the crystal of Ami Faye and the illustrious history of the Addition clan. Are you ready? Our story begins back in the old country when the Addition family reigned supreme. Oh, brother. Okay, I can't wait to hear this. Right, all right. The illustrious history of the Addition clan. Addition, it doesn't matter. My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler. He protected the spirit mediums, a minority back then, from the rest of the locals. Some discriminated against them, you see, while others tried to abuse their power. As thanks, Ami Faye gave the crystal she had specially made as a gift to him. I am a descendant of that great lord. As such, my political power and influence is backed by centuries of history. That's it? That's like a child's story. You didn't... What? Well, that devolved into a great load of self-aggrandizing propaganda fast. That didn't even say anything. That could have been like any child's tale about it. Like, he didn't know anything about it. No, tell me everything. Tell me what the height is, the weight, the color, what the material is. If it was in your house, you should know. Give me all of it. As you can see, the crystal of Ami Faye is an heirloom of the esteemed house of Addition. Phoenix, you don't really believe that, though, do you? From that kind of crap? Come on, man. You've had these testimonies before. You don't believe that shit. And you have proof that it has always been in the Addition family? Do you, Phoenix? I have someone who gave a statement to that effect. Who? My client's neighbor, one Yves Shinetto, age 85, gave the following statement. The Addition showed me the crystal back when I was but a lad.
Objection!
Wait, that could be anything. That might not even be the thing we're talking about. Can we really trust the memory of an old man? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain that statement to the judge? Uh-oh. Phoenix, don't do this. Oh, I didn't mean... The judge ain't 80, is he? What I'm trying to say is Hang on, is he? Wait, is he even in the record? I don't know. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Where is he? Judge, where's your face? No, he doesn't even show up in it anymore. How old is the judge? Do we know? Never underestimate the memory of your elders. I may forget my verdicts the next day, but the memories of my past are clear as day. Oh, great. Fantastic. Therefore, I find Mr. Eves Shineto's statement to be perfectly credible. Yeah, but who could he describe the thing at least? Because it could have been a different thing. That's so obvious. Wow, did you see how Mr. Wright got the judge on his side? That's definitely a trick I want up my sleeve. Oh, you're not helping, Athena. Well, you may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Justice. Oh, may I? Thank you. All right, here we go. Man, Apollo and Phoenix together. I can't fucking believe it. Right, okay. Well, I'm just gonna press all of it because I don't believe none of this crap. My ancestor was praised as a benevolent. Okay, please tell me more about that. That object you set down there, is it something of importance to you? It's a name placard. This one here belonged to my grandfather, Abraham Addison. He had it custom made during his distinguished political career. Is that why it was falling off? With your name pasted over it. Looks great. Yeah. It's special because it was crafted from the finest Italian plastic. Wow. Good for you. I wasn't aware the Italians were famous for their fine plastic. Yeah, me neither. You can touch it if you want. Well, all right. Well, you know what? You guys know what to do. You know what? I actually don't want to. It's kind of peeling off. Maybe you should see a doctor. No, I'm fine. That's right, Apollo. And don't settle. We can get better. Very well. I'll just continue with my testimony. My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler, but he was also an eminent politician. Alright, he protected the spirit mediums, a minority back then, from the rest of the locals.
Hold it!
From what? What was happening there? So I take it the relationship with the Fae clan was a close one. A smooth and open line of communication with my entire electorate. That is the politician way. Huh? Oh, sorry. I was asking about your ancestor. Huh. Whether it's about me or my ancestor, feel free to ask me anything you'd like. I just did, and you didn't answer it. Transparency in government, that's the politician way. He just totally sidelined it, like every politician does, I suppose. More like dodging questions. That's the politician way. Hell yeah, it is, dude. We all know that. Thanks. I'll be sure to ask when I have something you'll actually answer. And how does this even hold up in here? As I was saying, the Addition family protected the Fae spirit mediums back then. Yeah, but how? Like, you didn't answer a damn thing. Some discriminated against them, you see, while others tried to abuse their power. Can you tell me a little more about that? Spirit mediums were targets of discrimination? Yes, some people even treated them like they were monsters. The transformation the mediums underwent when channeling spirits frightened the locals. And then there were those who tried to use them. You mean they sought to control the channeling powers of the mediums? Discriminating against a minority is absolutely despicable. A vote for me is a vote to end discrimination. I vow to root it out wherever it may be. I'm sure you do. That is my promise to you. He's totally ignoring your questions. It's like you're a moderator at a political debate. Yeah, and only he cares about his talking points. As thrilling as your campaign is, could we please get back to your testimony? Ugh, as you wish. Now then, as for the crystal of Ami Fae. Oh, look, there it is. As thanks, Ami Fae gave the crystal she had specially made as a gift to him. Okay.
Hold it!
Tell me more about that, please. You said that she had it made. So then it was made in Japan? That's right. They say she hired a famous craftsman to make it. And they say it's quite valuable, too. And you were going to take such a priceless family heirloom? And just give it to your patron? Ugh, that's so typical of you ignorant common types. Making difficult decisions when the chips are down is what being a politician is all about. But only when it's in service of your own political career, you mean? You got it. The crystal is a testament to my ancestors' remarkable achievements. And furthermore, I am a descendant of that great lord.
Hold it!
Wait, is he gonna tell? Who are you talking about right now? So tell me, Mr. Etitian Wimperson, are you famous in Khura'in village? You could say that, but I find my popularity to be rather bemusing. What, didn't we talk to like a local and they said they didn't even know who he was? I thought that happened. Bemusing? Yes, my campaign posters keep going missing as soon as I put them up. Oh wow, what a tragedy. Wonder why that happened. My avid supporters and female fans are likely taking them home to hang in their bedrooms. I don't think that's what's going on, but all right. I guess ignorance really is bliss. All this only proves my fine lineage. Does it now? I've got nothing here. Am I supposed to have something? As such, my political power and influence is backed by centuries of history.
Hold it!
Please tell me more about that, because I don't got shit here. I'm sorry, but is any of that relevant to the issue of the relic's rightful owner? Is it? Have you never heard of Kingcraft? You mean the game? Kingcraft? It's the art of ruling as king. My father drilled it into my head from a young age. And one of its precepts states, ruin awaits a ruler who responds to every single issue posed by the masses. Oh, I see. Well, that answered my question about what he meant by king of this nation. Progress. Apollo, who is this Amife anyway? I believe she was the founder of the Khura'in channeling technique. The plaintiff claims that she had the crystal made for his ancestor. That would mean it was made in Japan, right? Yes, I suppose it would. Is that the thing we have to look at? Because that's the second time that was asked. My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler. He protected the spirit mediums, a minority back then, from the rest of the locals. Some discriminated against them, you see, while others tried to abuse their power. As thanks, Amife gave the crystal she had specially made as a gift to him. Huh? Specially made as a gift? I'm a descendant of that great lord. Okay. This is the second, on this screen is when they were talking about having it made in Japan, and then Athena also asked if it was made in Japan as well, which that must be the clue that we need. What do we have that might say that it's not? Khura'in National Treasure, the doctor hid it in the ruins before his untimely death. Can we see anything about that? No, it looks the same. Can't move it or anything. Research notes. Song of Ceremony in the box containing the Founder's Orb. What was in here again? Mitama motif from Khura'in founding period. And then there's the thing. Mitama motif. Huh. I don't know. Crystal is she specially made for him? I don't know. Study photo. Diagram. Orb transfer agreement. That's just this. Man. Data obtained from the doctor's computer. Now this says, I deciphered the patterns, but I've yet to crack the riddle. This is a subject on the research report. The opaque crystal orb is the key. How's your research coming along? Here's what I have a question about. Why would they need to research this if he already knew the story and where it came from? What were they researching? What was the question? I don't know. But he's saying that it belongs to him. So if it belonged to him, why would... How is your research coming along? I've yet to crack the riddle. Why would there be a riddle in the first place if they knew what it was altogether? Am I just not looking at this properly? Doctor's reading glasses, robbery report. Here's what I'm thinking. And I don't even know if it's on this thing that we have to do it with. It's either that email again, or what else? See, here's the thing. It wasn't made in Japan, was it? Because look at this. It says from Khura'in founding period. We are to believe that Khura'in is its own thing and it's not made in Japan, right? Even though we know this whole thing is based on Japan. So it's hard because you know as a person when you're playing this, it's supposed to be based loosely on Japan, but they don't call it that here because of the translation. So Mitama motif from Khura'in founding period means that it wasn't in Japan, was it? It was from Khura'in. It was made there. Is this what we want to present? Also, do we want to present it here? I'm assuming yes. Because the statement before this is some discriminated against channeling people about spirit mediums, and the other one after this is I'm a descendant of that lord that got this. I'm gonna do it.
Objection!
That's what I thought. Okay, so it wasn't made in Japan. That's why they brought up Japan twice. You stated that Amife had the crystal made for your ancestor. So am I to assume that it was made in Japan? Here we go. All right. I mean, it says that it's not. That's right. The craftsmanship is unbeatable. Dude. Well, that's strange. I don't see how your so-called crystal could have been made there. What are you talking about? Look at this note. It's written right there. It's quite obvious if you take a closer look at this. At what? Oh, it was pointing to this, like, this thing right here, right? Like this motif that's on it. I believe that's what it was, right? Let me just make sure because I'm not exactly sure. Research notes points to this little diamond thing in the middle, right? So I'm assuming that that's where we want to point to. So let's present that. Is this like maybe, I think it's maybe this is a design. It's only found in Khura'in possibly, right? That's probably what they're trying to say. Look at this distinctive design. According to Dr. Buff, it's a Mitama motif dating back to the early days of the kingdom of Khura'in. The kingdom of Khura'in? And you base this on... Here. It's a piece of evidence, Your Honor. These are the doctor's research notes on the founder's orb. This is the box in which the orb was originally stored. Right there it is. It features the same pattern as the one found on the orb. They do look like the same pattern. It's the same, wow. Look at that. Therefore, I assert that the disputed item must have been made in the kingdom of Khura'in. That would make sense. Oh no! You bent it. Oh, what you gonna do now? Oh shit. The Khura'in channeling technique originated in the kingdom of Khura'in. And Amife is known to have traveled there to train. With that in mind, what's to say that she didn't bring that pattern back with her?
Objection!
Yeah, but it wasn't made there. It wasn't made in Japan. But since this is clearly a Khura'inese design, not even you can deny the possibility that it was made there in the kingdom of Khura'in.
Objection!
Girl, don't... Phoenix, stop yelling at me! Oh my god! Anything's possible to some extent. That doesn't make it true. So you can't conclude that the orb is from Khura'in based solely on that pattern. Oh shit, we are getting into it with him. If it were that simple, I could just as easily say it's Japanese. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Oh, this isn't going very well, is it? Okay. I have to agree with Mr. Wright. The pattern alone proves nothing. That also means there's no basis to claim the item in dispute was made in Japan either. At this rate, we're going nowhere fast. Oh, damn it. I thought we had something there. He's right, we're just spinning our wheels. I wonder if we have any evidence that could break this stalemate. Like what? Do we? Evidence that could break the stalemate exists or does not exist? I don't... Do we? Wait, to break the fact... Okay, so do we have anything that proves where it was made? Founder's Orb is Khura'in's national treasure. Photo. Research notes, which we just used, so we're probably not using them again. But let's just look anyway. Photo. I don't think we have anything, do we? You usually never say no on these things, though. Do you? There's nothing in here. Nothing. Robbery report. Oof, I don't know. I don't think it does, though, because they haven't said anything to say that, oh, yeah, we've got something, because sometimes they do that. And I also don't see anything in I don't see anything in the evidence. It doesn't matter. I have way enough points to fuck this up, so I'm gonna say no. There doesn't seem to be anything we can use, at least not at this point. Usually you're sure, like when you do say yes to these, which you usually do, they usually allude that they've got something. You just have to figure out what it is. Well, unless we can find something, this trial won't be going anywhere. What's going on? Are you okay over there? You fixing that up? Okay, you do that. It's okay, it looks fine. Oh, that's much better. Man, he was worried about that. What's his deal? I have a suggestion. Why don't we consider this from a different angle? I'm listening. What if the Defiant Dragons really were authorized to take possession of the relic? I'm afraid I don't know where you're going with this, Mr. Wright. Consider the orb transfer agreement, which states, I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. What if, as the last part suggests, this was written under duress? That would render the agreement null and void. Oh, because he was being threatened? What are you suggesting, Mr. Wright? While you were on your little cave expedition, I was investigating Dr. Buff's accident. Man, it wasn't like a little cave expedition. Man, I got pushed in there. I was almost murdered, sir. And there was something you overlooked, Mr. Justice. Namely, that his accident might have actually been murder. I mean, honestly, I was thinking about that. Since when have we ever had a death that wasn't? I mean, to be fair. What? Murder? We probably should have thought of that too. There should have been some kind of connection there. Mr. Wright, you do realize such statements are not to be made lightly. Man, he's about to change this from a civil case. Oh man, I bet you. Are you suggesting the doctor was murdered by the Defiant Dragons? Yes, but follow me on this for a sec. The books that came tumbling down were from the archaeology shelf. However, among that mountain of books was a single volume on psychology. What's more, there was some blood on it. And poop. Did you see that? And you feel this is important because the books that came tumbling down were from the top shelf, the archaeology books. Okay. Books can be anywhere, dude. We know this because the doctor's books were meticulously organized by subject. Archaeology took up the entire shelf, so that psychology book is completely out of place. Come to think of it, the shelves were arranged quite carefully. Alright, so what does it mean? It's also worth noting that psychology books only take up a tiny part of the bottom shelf. You might wonder why a book on psychology was found amid the pile of archaeology books. But I believe I can explain what that single out-of-place book was doing there. Can you? The doctor was struck from behind while selecting a psychology book from the shelf. And that's when the blood got on the book? Precisely. And to make it look like an accident, he was buried under a mountain of archaeology books.
Objection!
Wait a minute. I mean, that's a grand story, but we don't have evidence on that. Wait a second, this is all just speculation, right? Why am I Apollo? Or do you have proof that it was murder? Of course I do. You do? Oh, shit. Wait, where'd you get that at, then? On a hunch, I had Detective Skye examine the doctor's head wound. She found that he'd been struck by the corner of some object or another. Wait, what? A wound like that couldn't have resulted from a fall to the floor, you know? Do you understand what this means, Mr. Justice? The wound makes it crystal clear that Dr. Buff was murdered. Oh no, this is not good. Well, that was unexpected. Who'd have thought that we'd break out of the stalemate like this? Oh, he pulled the ladder right out from under us. Still, if he thinks that's enough to make me back down, he's got another thing coming. Attaboy, Apollo. Come on, we can do this. Even if the cause of death was murder, what makes you think it was the Defiant Dragons? You should know better than to hurl baseless accusations. Ooh, shit. Yes, girl, let's go. Phoenix, you should know better. Did you forget who were up against, Mr. Justice? Huh? You didn't actually think I'd come to court without witnesses and evidence, did you? What are you talking about? I would like to request further testimony from the plaintiff. Specifically, I would like the court to hear how we saw one of the rebels leaving the crime scene. Oh no, and I bet I know who it is too, and I bet you guys know who it is. Oh, for frick's sake. Oh, for goodness sake. If he can prove it was murder, that's the end of our client's right to the orb. Did he have this up his sleeve the whole time? How could Mr. Wright do this to us? He was just waiting to spring this trap. He was. Man, Phoenix is dangerous, man. He's just too good. He's too good.
This trial has taken another unexpected turn. But I must mention, Mr. Wright, that you have yet to identify the murder weapon.
The object used to commit the murder was not located at the scene of the crime. The murderer likely disposed of it elsewhere. Dr. Buff's autopsy report is updated. Struck with the corner of some object, the time of death still between 10 and 11 p.m., okay? Oh, brother.
Well, I never thought we'd be deliberating the issue of murder at a civil trial. All right, Mr. Edison Whisperson, your testimony, if you please.
Oh, I can't wait for the... Hello? Oh, you're back. What'd you do? You have to go to the bathroom. Oh, you fixed it up a little more, did you?
Prepare to be dazzled. Dazzled by charismatic oration forged in the crucible of campaign battles.
I'm good. You know what? I'm fine. You don't need to do any of that. It's not necessary, sir. The rebel's crime, okay?
That evening I was walking alone, lost in thoughts. I passed by the doctor's house and that's when I saw Mr. Arbol. He was running out of the front door. It was around 10 at night. Surely that must have been him fleeing the scene of the crime. Oh my God, I'm sorry for the yawning. A vote for me is a vote for end such violence. That is my promise to you.
Man, put in the comments how you guys get to sleep at night because, man, I've been having the worst, like insomnia, and I've been doing all the things that the internet says, but it ain't working. You guys got any tricks for that?
So the plaintiff saw a possible suspect fleeing from the doctor's residence? And it was within the window of the estimated time of death.
Oh boy, this is not great. So he saw Dots running away. Dots, what in the world were you doing there then? I mean, are we sure he was there? We just don't know, do we? Study photo updated. Addison saw Dots fleeing the scene the night of the murder. One of the books is stained with coffee. Oh, great. That's just great. It seems Mr. Albar was loitering around the Khura'in village that day. There's evidence he was in the doctor's study as well. Isn't that right, Mr. Justice? Yes, his fucking luggage was in there. Damn it. It's bad. This is bad.
You mean the suitcase?
Exactly. He must have been in quite the rush to leave that behind. Oh, and by the way, Your Honor, Mr. Arbol just so happens to be sitting in the gallery today. Ah! See, that's him trying to escape as we speak.
Bailiff, don't let that man get away.
Oh, wonderful. Right, you backstabber! Why are you doing this to me? This is nuts! I can't believe this!
All right, the counsel/defense may question the plaintiff/witness once more. Ahem. Please proceed, Mr. Justice.
Thanks? Oh, jeez. All right, let's see what we got here. Right, okay, I didn't see anything, but I'm just, you know what, pressing it is probably gonna help. That evening I was walking alone, lost in thought. Tell me about your thoughts, even though I don't really think we have to press this. Why were you taking a walk?
Society is inundated with a serious problem that must be solved, and as a politician, I'm always on the job, thinking hard about possible solutions, even on my walks.
Thanks for the non-answer?
While we live out our comfy lives, there are starving children who suffer in the back alleys of our major cities. It's not in me to ignore such suffering.
Taking a walk ain't gonna help them. Donate to them. You ain't doing shit, I bet.
A vote for me is a vote to end hunger and for world peace.
Those are some lofty goals, sir. Yes, Mr. Addison Wimperson, we are all well aware of your outstanding character. Ooh, Phoenix, was that a jab? It's funny. Now please continue with your testimony. I'm gonna go ahead and say that was sarcastic.
I can practically hear my poll numbers surging. Now, on with my speech. After all, the voting public must be informed of the magnificence that is me.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. Arbol. Definitely tell me more about that, please. Where exactly were you when you saw Mr. Arbol? Oh, okay, here we go.
Right here, under this tree.
Okay.
I saw him dashing out of Dr. Buff's front door.
This way, okay. Okay. He didn't notice you? Yeah, you were right there in front of him.
No, I was hidden by the tree. Is it really all that important to know from where the plaintiff saw him?
From where he saw him? Wait, is it important from where he saw him? Probably, right? Probably, because here's the thing, and this is always what I think of. Why would they have a diagram of including the outside if that's not going to come up later and be important? I'm going to say yes. Worst thing is we lose a point. Yes. I think it is. Yes, I believe it matters a lot. I ask that it please be added to the witness's testimony. Oh, okay, here we go. We're going to need that. Right, okay. I was under this tree when I saw Mr. Arbol, but now we can press that and see if we can get anything else. What were you doing under that tree?
A lack of lateral thinking? That is a politician's downfall.
What?
That is why, if I'm elected, I promise to think outside the box.
No one was asking you about that. The question was, what were you doing under the tree, Mr. Attition?
Ugh. I suppose I can expect a plebeian such as yourself to understand my grand design.
Oh yeah? Try me, O Lord of Plebs. Nice one, Apollo. You should have said that. Mr. Addison, I believe the court is well aware of your grand political vision. Now, let's have the rest of your testimony, if you please. But it didn't even answer the question. What the heck? This is awful.
I can hardly wait for the upcoming election.
Okay. He was running out the front door. Tell me more about what you saw there. Did you notice anything unusual?
Well, yes, his behavior was incredibly suspicious. His eyes were darting all around as he ran off in total panic. As soon as I saw that, I knew he had done something and it probably wasn't good.
Despite that, you still didn't report it to the police? Oh, that's a good thought.
Who would have thought he had killed Dr. Buff, not me? That's why I didn't report it.
You said it was suspicious, though. Even if it was a robbery, you should have reported it. That doesn't seem right.
So the witness didn't notify the police. Is that an important statement, Mr. Justice?
Probably, right? There's a reason, I'm assuming. Is it important? I'm gonna say... I want to say yes? Huh. It's gotta be, right? Because why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he just do that? Unless something shady's going on. I'm gonna say yes. That's what I feel. I don't know if I have a reason for it yet. Yes is important. I request the witness add it to his testimony.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so maybe we can get something here. I had no idea that Dr. Buff was dead. That's why I didn't call the police. Okay.
Hold it!
So it's okay. So what do we do when we press this? What do we get? You had no idea he was dead. In other words, you knew nothing about what had happened.
I am truly ashamed of myself.
What?
There's been a gruesome murder in my beloved village. What a fool I've been. I was thinking only of the village's future and world peace. It seems as my earnest attitude and industrious nature have come back to haunt me.
What? Only a politician would try to pass off self-aggrandizement. Man, these words and self-deprecation. How often do you get that word? Apollo, you think this is how all politicians will be from now on? Girl, that's how they've always been. Honestly, nothing's changed. We're all doomed if they are. But that also hasn't changed.
If you don't mind, I'd like to continue with my testimony.
This is difficult because he's really not answering anything. It's around 10 that night. Surely it must have been him fleeing the scene of the crime. Please tell me more about that. But at the time, you didn't know the doctor was dead. Is that correct?
It's true that I've been known as a prodigy from a very young age.
Huh?
I graduated high school and college with exceptional grades as class president. I reformed stale old school traditions. My exploits were even covered in...
He's not answering a damn thing.
But exceptional as I am, I can't possibly be expected to know everything at all times.
This is terrible. This isn't working. He keeps bending the questions to serve his own needs. We're almost out of stuff to press. Hang in there, Apollo. Mr. Addison Wimperson, I believe the court is well aware of your exceptional nature. Oh, but even Phoenix is just repeating himself. Let me press everything and then see if they give me a clue, because I've got nothing.
I have the upcoming election in the bag.
There's only one left, is there not? Well, do we really need to press this, though? I'm gonna do it anyway. I want them to, because I need them to say something at the end that'll hopefully steer me in the right direction. This is really hard. So how do you actually intend to end such violence?
Elite politicians such as myself never reveal their strategies. Did you really think that I would divulge such sensitive information to the likes of you?
Yeah, but surely you have some sort of campaign platform you're running on. Do you? Oh, he doesn't want to answer this, huh? A real politician question. He doesn't even want to answer it.
No comment.
Oh my god. Clearly his platform told by an idiot full of sound and fury signifying nothing. He said he saw dots from under the tree. If that's true, then... What do you got? Oh, sorry, I thought that was Athena. My bad, because, like, you know. He said he saw dots from under the tree. If that's true, then... Did you figure something out? Yeah, I think he's hiding something. Oh, about the tree, okay. Let's take another look at the evidence. That's the hint I needed. Okay, so what shows that? The diagram. So he's under the tree. There's the entrance, and there's the window into, see, like, there's the window into the study. Ooh, and you know what? I think, hang on, I think it actually shows the interior here. Okay, there we go. Said he was under the tree when he saw him. Huh. I had no idea that he was dead, that's why I didn't call the police. Wait a minute, in this picture... Huh. In this picture, you couldn't even see inside at all. Doesn't it look like it's on, like, the second floor? Well, here's the thing, you can see the tree, but it looks like it's the top of it. Does that make a difference for anything? Okay, wait, hang on something now. Let's look, but I also want to read his testimony one more time. Number one, it's changed. And I want to make sure is there a pinpointed thing that said, like, he could see through the window? I don't remember. Walking alone, I passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. Arbol. I was under this tree when I saw him. He was running out the front door. So he might have seen him at the front door. I had no idea that Dr. Buff was dead. That's why I didn't call the police. What? It was around 10 at night. Surely that must have been him fleeing the scene of his crime. I don't get it. I vote for, 10 at night. Are we... Oh, here's the thing. I had no idea that Dr. Buff was dead. That's why I didn't call the police. Here's the thing. Let me look at this thing one more time. Okay, so per the study photo, we have seen that it clearly the ground where the tree is and where he is on the first bit of floor. And it looks like you go upstairs to get to the entrance, and then maybe you're on, like, a second floor type situation. So if Dots was all the way at the entrance on a second floor, could he have seen him? If he's all the way down there? Because per the picture, it doesn't even look like you can see it. So how would he know if he's all the way up there? Here's the thing, though. What do I show them? Do I show them the diagram, or do I show them a picture? This picture, you can't even see the bottom of the tree. You can't even see nothing. But he was saying he saw him at the front door. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if this is right. I don't know if this is right. I'm gonna try it. Addison saw dots fleeing the scene the night of the murder. Where though? Especially if the door is up a long bit of stairs and it's against the wall, I'm thinking you couldn't see it. But I don't know which one I have to present. I have points.
Objection!
Is it this? Maybe it's one of those things where you could do either. Mr. Addison Wimperson rather than Mr. Auerball. Wasn't there something else that should have had your undivided attention?
Like what? Oh, yes, of course. A politician must also keep his finger on the electorate's pulse and focus on the nation.
No, dude. Sorry, but you're way off.
I am? Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice?
Apollo, what's your reasoning? Because I might not be right here. If the witness saw Mr. Auerball from this position here, then he should have also been able to see the doctor's body. Oh, of course, that's it. Right. If he was there in front of it, he should have also seen what happened inside, but I don't think you can because I think it's too raised. After all, it was right next to a huge window.
Why, I believe you have a point there.
So I got to the same place, but by different reasoning. With the body that clearly visible to the witness, it's unthinkable that he wouldn't have reported it to the police. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I think I went too far.
Oh, here we go. Would the witness care to respond?
Now how are you gonna do? Are you asleep? Oh, me too, dude. 'Cause you are boring as hell. Did he fall asleep?
Mr. Addison Wimperson?
Sir? Sir, you alright? Oh, brother.
Mr. Addison Wimperson. Huh? There are many sides to any issue.
What did I ever do to deserve this? I don't know, Apollo. This is crazy. In any case, I'd like the court to acknowledge the inconsistency in the witness's testimony. Mr. Addison Wimperson, did you really see Mr. Auerball?
Yes!
Are you taking that? Oh, bye! See ya! Where do you think you're going?
I thought I'd return to my seat, seeing as I already answered the question.
This isn't some small town hall debate, so you just stay right there until I say we're through.
I'll have to run that by my campaign manager before
Objection!
Man, this is nuts. This guy's the worst. Glare at him, Apollo. Get him. Mr. Addison Wimperson, I think it's time for you to come clean.
Huh?
So then, does this mean he didn't see Mr. Auerball? As your lawyer, Mr. Addison Wimperson, I advise you, divulge that matter we discussed. Silence is no longer an option. Phoenix! Tell him to stay quiet, eh?
Are you sure about this? I'm in the midst of running for office. I can't afford to let any strange rumors get out.
Ooh, strange rumors. Let's have it. Don't worry, you won't suffer any blowback from what you're about to rip. Guys, send that to me, please.
Blowback? I'm not sure I like the sound of that.
I do. Wait, what? Not to worry, Your Honor. Nothing untoward will come of this, I promise. Now then, Mr. Justice. Remember how it was an anonymous caller that reported the doctor's death? Which I always thought was a little bit weird, by the way. I said that in the beginning. Come to think of it. I mean, that's what Emma said. Emma, who was the first one to discover the body? About that, whoever it was, it seems that they wanted to remain anonymous. I even said that was awful sketchy and why they would allow it. It happens now and then. Some people would rather not get involved with the police. You mean like politicians? Oh shit, how about that? What about that then? Wait, you're not saying that... Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. The anonymous source who contacted the police after discovering the body was... my client, Mr. Politician Wimperson. Who'd have thought? What? You don't say. Oh, here we go with some politician music for everybody. So you see, he played his part as a concerned citizen and quite admirably, if I may say so. Isn't that right?
Yes, indeed. In our society today, there are too many who choose indifference over righteous action. But I don't number among them. That's why I did my duty as a concerned citizen. One might call me the model citizen, one worthy of standing above the rest.
Would you shut up? The real standard bearer he is, reporting it anonymously. Seriously?
Oh, and by the way, Mr. Justice,
Wasn't there someone else at the scene of the crime when my client discovered the body? Who?
Oh,
You mean Mr. Arbol? Oh, jeez. Dots is always gonna fuck up our shit, isn't he? He would have been leaving the doctor's house right about then.
wait, that means...
Yes, it does. In short, what my client witnessed was Mr. Arbol fleeing the scene of a heinous murder. Wonderful. I can't wait to figure this out. And that's not all. Based on what we've heard so far, Mr. Arbol looked exceedingly suspicious, and that's putting it mildly. We already know the Defiant Dragons threatened the Doctor with bodily harm. And now that they've killed him, the so-called orb transfer agreement is null and void. Ah! No, our underwear. Oh, gee. Oh, Apollo, this is so bad. This is not great. This is not good. Man, there's no damn breaks in this damn trial. Like, every time I've tried to end the episodes, they've gone on long because there's just no great way to put it. Like, what the hell? This is non-stop. Apollo, if we don't come up with some sort of counter-argument... And what sort of evidence do you have? Can you actually prove that it was Mr. Arbol who killed the doctor? Oh, that move had desperate written all over it. That's all I've got. So I'm gonna go with it. Evidence? I suppose it's true that I don't have any. I knew it! But I do have another witness. You do? Oh, shit. Oh, I bet I know who it is, too. You should know I always come fully prepared, Mr. Justice. And my new witness will provide testimony proving Mr. Arbol's guilt. Wonderful. Ugh. A new witness? I wonder who it could be. I bet you I know. I bet you it's Sarge. Very well, bailiff. Please summon our new witness. We're gonna do that one in the next episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. Man, this is crazier than I thought it would be. But I kind of knew once we were up against Phoenix that it was gonna be a mess, and it certainly is. Well, I bet you anything we're talking to Sarge in the next one, so that's probably gonna be difficult too. Let's see how that goes. I will see you guys soon in the next one. Toodaloo.